Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Old School Gunner. Great matches today, guys. Two absolutely outstanding games of football. The first game, of course, was Spain versus Switzerland. Unfortunately for fans of Switzerland, Spain prevailed in that game, guys. They were 1-0 up after 8 minutes through an OG. And then in the second half, Switzerland equalised through that man, Xherdan Shaqiri. Unfortunately, like I said for the Swiss, it wasn't enough, guys. They ended up losing that game on penalties to Spain after the game finished 1-1 in normal time. They lost 3-1 on penalty, guys. They missed 3 penalties in a row. It was very disheartening for the Swiss, I can imagine, because they actually played very well in that match, just like they did against the French. The big difference being, of course, the outcome of the penalties was completely different to the France game. Yeah, they lost. They missed 3 penalties in a row, guys. 2 were saved, and 1 was a complete miss by Vargas. Jan Sommer, the Swiss goalkeeper, he absolutely played his heart out, guys. Unbelievable performance from him. I'm sure a couple of big clubs will be coming in for him now after his performance at the Euros. The Swiss team in general, they had a very good Euros. They started very badly, they started shakily, but they got better and got stronger as the tournament went on. They gave Spain a real game, guys. Let's not get ourselves here. They did much better than I expected, for example. I never thought they would stand up to Spain like that. They proved that the game against France was not a fluke. Unfortunately, they fell apart in the penalties, guys. They absolutely let themselves down completely in the penalties. It must be very frustrating from Vladimir Petkovic and for the training staff and for all the players for that to happen. He picked the penalty takers, of course. Guys stepped up. It was a complete disaster. I mean, they missed 3 in a row. That was game, set, and match, really, guys, after a very promising performance in the game. Granit Xhaka wasn't eligible to play because he picked up a yellow card, guys. Second yellow for him. He missed the game. Then midway through the first half, Breel Embolo got injured. That wasn't a good sign for them either. But to be honest, I think the best team got through. I think Spain are slightly better than Switzerland. I think they deserved their place in the semi-final. That's my opinion, guys. Everyone's got one. You're entitled to yours too. But I think the best team got through, guys. In the other semi-final, Italy beat Belgium 2-1 in normal time. So the semi-final, the first Euro 20 semi-final on Tuesday is going to be Spain versus Italy. Second one remains to be seen with those 2 games tomorrow. It's going to be a very interesting first semi-final, guys. I fancy Italy, to be honest. They're in very good form at the moment. And to be honest, the Belgium goal, the 1 goal they scored in the 2-1 defeat to Italy, was a penalty. So from actual open play, Italy held them scoreless. I think it's a no mean feat, guys, but I have to say, my gut instinct at the end of that game, I've seen a lot of football recently, and I remember Belgium at the last championship. This Belgium team is overrated. De Bruyne, guys like that. Yeah, they do it at City. They have a good team around them. And he's a great player, guys. Don't get me wrong. But in my opinion, they're completely overrated. Completely overrated. They proved it yet again. When the chips are down, when the game is there for the winning, they can't rise to the occasion. Italy easily got the better of them, guys. Yeah, Italy had to apply themselves. Yeah, they had to get in defensively. But they managed to cull the attacking threat of Belgium. Lukaku, nowhere. De Bruyne, disappointing. Very good performance from Italy. And like I said, I honestly believe Belgium are completely overrated, guys. Yeah, they do it in qualifying. Yeah, they might do it in the group stage. When it comes to the crunch, guys, when the chips are down, there's no leaders out there. There's no one screaming and shouting. De Bruyne is going around like I don't know what. So quiet, so passive. You can't be like that. Like, I'm an Irish, fair enough, I'm going to talk about the great Roy Keane, one of the greatest players to kick a ball. But he could motivate guys, and he would drag teams kicking and screaming to where they need to be. So, guys, honestly, I think they're completely overrated. Italy showed them up for what they are, guys. Plain and simple. It's Italy in the semi-final, not Belgium. They're going home yet again. They can't be disappointed. Their performance, leadership, character, heart, determination, all of these things come into play in football, guys, at this level. It's not just about ability. completely overrated. I'm really looking forward to that semi-final, Spain versus Italy. I fancied Italy from the very start of the competition. I like the way Mancini sets them up. They're so attack-minded. They play on the front foot. They proved it yet again. They can get the goals no matter who they're playing against. Great team, Italy. I fancy them to win it, to be honest. Not to annoy all the Spain fans, England fans out there. I really fancy Italy to lift it, to be honest, to do the business. They've got a very good team this year. They're looking good. They're banging in the goals. The defence is watertight. They made absolute mincemeat of Belgium. They showed them up for what they are. They completely nullified their so-called potent attack guys. So that's it. Of course, tomorrow you have got the second games. And that is, of course, England face the Ukraine. I fancy England to go through in that one, of course. I think they're good enough, especially after they beat the Germans. But I wouldn't be underestimating the Ukraine, to be honest. Tricky side. But I do fancy them to go through. Of course, in the other match, first game is England against Ukraine. The second game is Denmark against Czech Republic. So they're the other quarterfinals, guys. You could honestly be looking at, I think, England against Denmark in the other semi-final. This Danish team is not to be taken lightly. The Czech team are good, but this Danish team is just, they're on fire. Ever since Eriksen had a heart attack, guys, in the very first game against Finland, they lost that game, unfortunately. The second game against Belgium, they gave everything they had, but they lost 2-1. The third game, they won the game. They absolutely destroyed Wales to make it through. Somehow they got through, guys. And ever since then, they've been absolutely riding on the crest of a wave. Wonderful team. Great attacking team. Options all over the field. A wonderful 11. They play as a unit. They play for each other. And I really wouldn't doubt against them, to be honest. No matter who they play, they're going to cause them serious problems. If they get through, if they actually beat the Czech Republic, and if England get through, if they beat the Ukraine, if I was England, I would not be taking them lightly. Far from it. They are a serious footballing team, guys. Not to be underestimated one bit. They can beat England. They can beat anyone, to be honest, on their day, because they're playing with absolutely everything, guys. They're playing for Eriksen. They're playing for the fans. They're playing for the country. And they're playing for the badge. They're willing to die out there, guys. I've seen them play. I'm not exaggerating here. Denmark, as a team, are actually willing to die on the field. Bad pun maybe there what happened to Christian Eriksen, but I don't mean it in that way. They're actually giving 110% when they're on the field, guys. Explosive performances. Unbelievable goal scoring, unbelievable attacking play. Everything you could want. Their penetration, guys, in the last third, in the final third. The ability to get behind the other team, the opposition. The ability to tread that ball right where you want it. The runs off the ball. The team is playing as one. The attack and defend as one. Incredible team. Denmark, for me, they'll have a say in the end, guys. And like I said, if England get through and Denmark get through, I wouldn't be taking the game lightly if I was England. Far from it. They need to be absolutely at the top of their game, on guard against Denmark, because Denmark are no pushover. They've made mincemeat of teams. Absolutely destroyed Wales. They wiped the floor with them, guys. Absolutely mangled them. It's going to be very interesting, guys. I do fancy Denmark to at least get through to the semi-final. I think they will have too much for the Czech Republic. But what are your thoughts on it, guys? I see I have somebody watching now. That's good. If you want to write in the comment section, if you want to send a message, I'll reply to you. Amazing games today. Like I said, victory for Spain, victory for Italy. They meet in the first semi-final. Second semi-final to be decided. Those quarter-final games are tomorrow. England, Ukraine, Czech Republic, Denmark. I fancy England, Denmark for that second semi-final. After that, hard to call, guys. Like I said, don't count against Denmark. This team is not to be taken lightly. I remember my team, Ireland, we played them a couple of years ago in a qualifier. We didn't make it through for the tournament, unfortunately. We played them in Dublin in a playoff game. I think they beat us 5-1, guys. It was 5-1 or 5-2. They absolutely destroyed us in the last 15 minutes. Of course, Christian Eriksen was instrumental also. but they absolutely trashed us. And that was in Dublin. So there you go. That was an away game. They hit us for 3 goals in the space of 5 minutes and they just absolutely blitzed us. And to be honest, that's what the team has been doing. I mean, this team, this bunch of players have been playing together for the last 3 years at least, consistently. They know each other's games inside out. This team is not to be underestimated in the slightest, guys. What do you think of the Euros so far? Are you happy with it? How far do you think England can go? Do you think they can do it? After they beat Germany, do you think Gareth Southgate's team can finally do it? Of course, they had a great result against the Germans at Wembley. They beat them 2-0, and deservedly so. But do you think they can actually win it? Of course, they have Harry Kane got the second goal. He's back among the goals again. Of course, Raheem Sterling led the way with the first goal. But when Grealish came on, Jack Grealish, the Villa player, much talked about, linked with many clubs at the moment, guys. I honestly hope he goes to Arsenal, but hand on heart, I don't think it's going to happen. Grealish has crossed for the second goal. Brilliant. But he's been doing that all season, guys. He's been arguably the best player in the Premier League. And that's no word of a lie. Grealish has been absolutely brilliant for Villa. Absolutely brilliant for them. His ball in for Kane on a plate, guys. All he had to do was stick it in. And luckily, he managed to do that. He hasn't been in the best of form. Hopefully, he can pick up. Great goal from Sterling. Germany had their chances, but England prevailed in that game. Deservedly so, like I said. So let's see tomorrow what happens if they can get past the Ukraine, who of course knocked out Sweden. The other one, Czech Republic, Denmark. I fancy Denmark. There you have it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching this quick update. It's a quick video. Please like as always, guys. And please subscribe. Just smash that subscribe, guys. This is the Old School Gunner. I'll be uploading regularly for you guys. Tomorrow's when I'll be doing a little bit, so check it out. Take it easy, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's games, and see you next time. Come on, you Gooners.